Good morning, you guys. It's Babe Boy Views here. So today I got a special one for you guys. I've been going to Victory Outreach Church now for a couple of weeks, and I honestly recommend it for everybody. I love it there. Everybody there is so warm and inviting. Everybody there's got a passion for, the Lord. And it helps me fill this void that I've been searching for such a long time. I don't know if you guys have been feeling the same way. It kind of started after me and my lady. She told me that we were gonna have a baby, and like any other guy, I'm sure, started looking for the meaning of purpose, for some reason why we're here, and the reason why we strive to do better. And I started reading up on the Bible. It was an audio book. I wasn't really reading it, but I was listening to this audio book. It's called Bible Beginning to End on Spotify. They're all the way up to Samuel. I'm waiting for them to drop the rest of the Bible, but I started to do, my own research prior to going to the church, and educating myself on the Word. And I didn't exactly expect to. I wasn't really looking for a church, to be honest with you. We were just following one of my friends, or one of my girl's friends. She was getting baptized, and she wanted people to show out for her, so we kind of went. And we got there, and the sermon was just so powerful. They tell you about entering the church and feeling the presence of God, and feeling I know it must sound crazy right now, but you really feel like you're there in the right place at the right time. And that's how I felt. And honestly, I don't want to stop going, if that makes any sense to anybody. Like, I feel that I found the church for us. My girl's big on TikTok, so she starts going on TikTok and starts Googling like reviews of the church and stuff. And everything's pretty good so far. You always have one or two naysayers, but I guess they call it Cholo Church on there. And I guess you could say that is true. But the thing about this church in particular, I go to Victory Outreach Church out there in Richmond, but they have them all over the country. New York, San Francisco. I don't know exactly where everywhere else. San Antonio, I believe. But it really changed my perspective because, well, for one, I guess you can call it Cholo Church. We showed up, and they weren't trying to save face or nothing. Like, they're telling you exactly how it was for them and what turned their life around. They'll tell you that they were on drugs. They'll tell you that they were just lost in the world, giving Satan everything that he wanted, and not even thinking about God. And that it came to the point where they were homeless, where they were on drugs, and they were spazzing out. And the church reached out to them, and they told them, hey, we have a home for you. And they do have homes. So if you know anybody in that certain situation, where they're on drugs, where they're living out on the streets, they have homes for the people. Just go to a Victory Outreach, and then they have women's homes and men's homes, and they're accepting everybody. They're not turning anybody down. They just want you to see you better. They want you to follow Christ in the way that you feel fit. They're not going to impose anything on you. I think that's the biggest reason why I'm kind of like, they do impose you to stay afterwards and like be in the in the events afterwards, but it's because they have such a tight-knit community, and it accepts all, and I find that to be really refreshing. So yesterday, me and my wife, we went to the pastor's house, and we started having conversations. He started telling us his testimony. Well, he showed us a video of his testimony. Him and his son were actually they made like a 15-minute video of like what it was to be him, back in the 70s, 80s, and he was strung out on PCP, gangbanger from San Francisco Mission District. Like, he wasn't holding anything back, like this video was kind of graphic. They showed him like beating people up and stuff, but it's just to like put you in the place of like, this is the life that I really lived, and how I turned my life around was through the Word, through finding Christ, and you can demonize somebody all you want, but everybody needs to turn their life around and follow a purpose. And I wouldn't say needs to, but once they realize in their life that everything that they've been doing is only been leading them down a dark road, down a path of feeding the devil what they want, a path of destruction and death, all that weighs on your soul. And I think that's what's so great about this church, is that they don't care who you are, what you are. They just know that if you're there because you want to change, because you want to learn the Word of God, because you want to follow His steps. And so we were at his house, and he was showing us his testimony, and it was a drama. It was like a movie almost. He was dressed up like if he was a youngster again, with the hat on, guns, packing, everything. And it made me happy, because this was a movie that was shot like in the 1990s, and it looks like them old school like oldies but goodies videos. So it made me happy. He wasn't able to put it on YouTube because the music he was using, the copyright and all that. So I understand that. But his name is Pastor Tony Victory Outreach. If you guys can find him, I recommend going on Facebook, and he'll have it in his bio, I believe. But I don't have Facebook, you guys. So my bad. After that, we started talking about what's been going on in the world, and what is the difference in this generation to the generation that he was a part of and he was saving. And his generation was more about like people doing drugs, they were gang banging, they were living a very dangerous and unholy life, and without anything in the home, or a very bad home. And he says that I see a difference in this generation. This generation is a generation filled with a bunch of people that have this social anxiety, have this almost like a followship. Like they follow whatever they see. And they'll talk all this stuff on the internet, but the minute that you meet them in person, they're just a whole different person, And I understand that 100%. And he says that a lot of the kids nowadays, they fall victim to depression, to anxiety. have this victim mentality nowadays, where back in the days it was more like, carefree and wanting to be, almost an adult as a kid type thing. And it's definitely something that, he never expected, especially working at the church and working as somebody that's been reaching out for, the homeless people and all that. And, he was kind of just laying those concerns on me and one of the other brothers at the church. And, we started having talks about, like, what's been going on in politics, like what's been going on in California with Gavin Newsom, how he's been stopping the students or the parents from reaching out to the kids in the school districts, putting up laws to prevent them to voice their concerns. And there was also what they were talking about in the basically talking about having hard lines for our religious beliefs, and talking about the LGBT community and telling them like you need to be more accepting and bring these people in so that they can find God, so that they can realize that there is a purpose to life, and it's not just instant, no delay gratification. It's not acceptance, but believing in the word and the truth. And I felt that to be so powerful, especially as a father of a daughter, nevertheless. So I just wanted to tell you guys about what's been going on with me. I've been going to Victory Outreach Church. If you guys want to come by, we are looking for people. We will not turn you down. We are looking for anybody and anybody. And we're trying to start dramas as well. So if you guys have a history in, doing theater or anything like that, that would be great. In movies, if you guys like making movies, that would be cool too. But yeah, if you guys could go to your Victory Outreach Church and help them out, go see what they need. I think all of them really do dramas, but I thought that was a great idea, and I'm trying to help spread the message. Hopefully you receive it if you're in the Bay Area. And then another thing that they're trying to do, on 24th and Mission, they want to hook up with the city and create almost like, I wouldn't say a Bible bash, but when we go out there and we spread the word of God and show them that there's a place for them to stay if they need to, type thing. Victory Outreach Church be on San Francisco every first Friday of every month. So I'll keep in touch. I'll vlog that for you guys, and I'll post it up. And then yeah, other than that, you guys, I hope you guys are having a great Monday. I'll catch you guys in the next one. Peace.